Yes, somebody I know from church background. Unlikely people here today, or a good mix of people.
I think there's an excellent mix of people here today, Mike, from all sorts of churches on the background and some from none at all yet.
The issue is obviously yet to be sorted out with the church in Jersey. Is that which way do you think it'll go?
Well, just like with slavery and women's rights and divorce, the church will catch up. But it's one of those issues that people in the church right now are still a little bit divided on.
Some good news today from the former Archbishop pronouncing on euthanasia or the right to die. Again, it's challenging church views, isn't it? Challenging established church views.
Not really. There's always been several traditions in the church, and the church in its earliest days didn't have this view on marriage, and so many of us are looking for an earlier and more pure version of Christianity.
How do they get confused, do you think?
Power.
Whose power?
Well, the church became enmeshed with the power of feudal Europe. And of Rome before that, and it became expedient to take some of these views.
How long before people, if they want to, can get gay people get married within the church down the road? How long do you reckon?
In Jersey, probably give it 5 years, but who can tell? But there are Jersey people who go overseas to get married because their marriage isn't recognised over here at the moment. And it's sad that you have to travel all the way to Canada or Vermont in order to marry the person you love.
There's a group meeting Monday, Tuesday, trying to extol the virtues of marriage. I mean, do you see that as a strong thing? Do you think marriage is a strong thing?
I love being married, and I want as many people as possible to be married. And I think it's a great thing. And I think God loves marriage and is invested in every marriage in the land.
That's great, John.
Thanks.
And just think that this is probably one of the easiest things for people to make a decision on. It's not anyone pushing a view on anyone. Like they've been saying, if anyone's going to happen, if someone's going to get married, it's not going to affect anyone else. So
it doesn't sound like a St. Ron's accent you've got there.
No, far from it.
Where are you from?
Born in the US, lived in Australia for 10 years, and here in Jersey now.
Is it much different here, the attitude towards gay people?
It's probably about the same, really. Like, Australia's pretty open. Jersey seems to be pretty open so far. I've only been here for about 6 months, so I don't know, we'll see.
Have you ever participated in anything like this before? Have you been on a march?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Is it a party atmosphere? Is that the normal thing?
This was fairly tame for, I guess, a pride march. I know it's not so much a pride march, but a gay rally. But it was a good start for it. First one, always, actually a very good first one, actually.
Yeah, where's the best pride march? You reckon? Australia, I suppose.
Sydney, Mardi Gras. Yeah, happening soon, actually. Oh, March.
How does the city there respond to it? Do they just accept it? Is always everybody join in, or is there a hate department there?
There's always a little bit of backlash, but mostly it's a pretty positive thing. And I mean, you can't really deny Sydney's probably one of the most gay-friendly cities in the world. So, yeah.
What are you doing here? Are you just passing through?
No, my partner and I are just opening a coffee shop on Conway Street. It's called Dandy, so opening soon. But we're just here to support, really.
I see, that's interesting. The legislation that they're proposing to get through, I mean, it's nothing very revolutionary if you're sympathetic. Why do some people get so excited?
Yeah, that's great, that's fantastic, I want to get involved.
No, just a fairly...
Because you understood that those states...
I don't know, I think there's a sort of thought process that they're encroaching on someone else's belief system when in reality aren't they asking for it to be churches opt-in for same-sex marriage? And really, in my view really is that marriage shouldn't be anything to do with the law. It should be, everyone should be allowed to have legally a civil partnership, and the church should be, if you want to get married then it's marriage in a church, but that should have legally no standing at all. If that's my point of view, is just I think that if people are so adamant that marriage is a religious-based thing, then keep it as a religious-based thing, keep it out of the law.
Well, if churches, because obviously they're failing a bit over here, they might actually gain some recruits, mightn't they? They're a bit more open, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a churchgoer in general, so I don't really know.
Right, is a familiar little creature. Saw your photograph in the paper, looking inside a glass jar, which is quite remarkable. All sorts of conditions of people here today. How's your battle going? Because there's a lot of people here who've got all sorts of battles.
At the moment, I really don't know. Hopefully, within time, I'll get my legalisation, and until then, I'll just keep going.
We've featured on the blog several times. What sort of response did that get? Because obviously these people are hoping for a response, and I'm pretty certain they'll get a response. But what sort of response have you had up to now from your blogs?
Quite a lot of response. I haven't actually been on for quite some time, so I've been in the UK. But when I get round to looking, I will let you know.
Of course, you have it in mind to do a bit of a demo yourself at some point, a processional march.
I do, yeah. Hopefully August, late August, beginning of September, yeah.
Okay, and hopefully you'll have some things happening in the States fairly soon.
Hopefully, I'll keep my fingers, my legs and everything else crossed.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Thank you, darling. Bye.